One, two, three.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashiwaju Taiwo Adeniji. I am the Vice President too of the Ijebu Muslim College All Students Association. We are having our annual lecture this morning. We are just about to start the program. We already have our national president, retired Major General Abiodun Role in attendance. We have our immediate past president, Engineer Kayode Shote in attendance. We have our chairman in attendance. We have several old students in attendance, and we have our students as well as students from our invited schools in attendance. We are expecting more students to come as well as more old students. So I greet all our members, those who are not able to be with us physically this morning at the Knowledge Hall of the school of Ijebu Muslim College, all students of Ijebu Muslim College, as well as our members in the diaspora, particularly our members in the diaspora who are currently outside Nigeria but are able to join us online for this event. We will soon start the event, probably in the next 10 minutes or so. We will start the event. For our members who have been on the platform, you will know that we said that we are inaugurating our Merit Award Committee this morning. That inauguration will happen shortly, and immediately after that inauguration, then we will start the annual lecture proper. So I welcome all of you. I hope you stay with us throughout the program. As you will have seen on our platform, our guest lecturer today is the Vice Chancellor of the Tai Solarin University of Education at Ijagun. That's Professor Oluwole Banjo. So we hope to have a very illuminating, educative lecture today, and we sincerely hope that you will be with us all the way. Thank you and enjoy the program.
What? Read some friends.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, students. I hope is not because of the rain. That's why we're still having a limited number of attendants. Before we start the substantive program, we are going to quickly inaugurate the Merit Award Committee. The Merit Award is the biannual event in which distinguished alumni of IMCOSA are duly recognized for their contributions to the development of our alma mater. We have this morning the distinguished member of the committees, which we will briefly inaugurate so that they can kick off their task. The chairman of the committee is no other than our immediate past president, Engineer Kayode Shoten, fellow of Academy of Engineers. Please come forward. Also in the committee is the Vice President 1, Alhaji Alawali Salami. Please join us up here. Also in the committee is Professor Tunde Lawal. Please join up. We also have Giwa Mufta Hussaini. Please join us. We also have the president of SET 2000, Mr. Ademola. I don't know whether he's here. Okay, he's not here yet. We have the legal advisor to the team, Barrister Adebayo. He's not here today because they are at Lafia in Nasarawa State for the annual Muslim Lawyers Association's conference. We also have on the team Alaja Odueke. We believe she'll join us very soon. And we also have with us Alaja Kemi Oluderu, who is also unavoidably absent. But in order not to delay the inauguration, the president will formally inaugurate the other members by the time the committee starts its responsibilities. There isn't much other than to request the distinguished members to please ensure fairness and ensure that the members that are recommended for this award are worthy of the recognition. It's a high responsibility that's been imposed on you, and we are very confident that you have the integrity to perform the task. It's on this note that I, Major General Abiodun Role, retired President, National President of IMCOSA, humbly inaugurates the 2023 IMCOSA Merit Award Committee. Congratulations, sir. The chairman of the committee, we want to say something briefly.
Mr. President, sir, thank you so much. for the honor of this invitation and assignment you have given us. There's not much to be said, except that we are committed to the assignment. We know the guideline, and we promise to deliver promptly and get the best out of the people that may be recommended to us in line with the Constitution. So on behalf of my committee members, I will say a big thank you to you. We promise our allegiance to be of service to the alma mater. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please kindly give them a round of applause. Thank you, sir. You may go back to your seat.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the newly inaugurated Merit Award Committee led by Engineer Kayode Shote, former national president, 2 times national president of Ijebu Muslim College Old Students Association. You're welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with the express permission of the national president and that of the chairman of Organizing Committee 2023 Annual Lecture, I want to kickstart this program. Okay, I've just been told the man we are waiting for has arrived. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you once again to 2023 IMCOSA Annual Lecture. I want to recognize dignitaries here present. Without wasting time, the national president is here. Major General Kamaruddin Abiodun Role, already at the high table, to sit very close to him. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to as well invite to the high table the National Vice President 1, Alhaji Olawale Salami. A round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. Still on the list of our National Executive Committee, I want to introduce to you the man in charge of today's program. He is the National Vice President 2, and of course the chairman of today's occasion, Chairman of Organizing Committee, Asiwaju Taiwo Adeniji. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite to the high table immediate past president, newly inaugurated chairman of Merit Award Committee, 2 terms former national president, Engineer Kayode Shote, 66 to the high table. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite to the high table the man who has arrived here on time, the chairman of today's occasion, Prince Benga Fetuga, the chairman Diamond Crest Group, Ikeja, Lagos. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of today's occasion did not come alone. He came with an old student who has decided not to be at the high table, and of course, of which I must introduce him. I want to as well recognize Otumba Adesanya Yusuf, set 73-78 January, 73-77. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite to the high table one of our principals, in fact, the principal of the senior school, latest Alaja in town, Alaja Adeniran Idris, the principal of Ijebu Muslim College, senior. You are welcome, ma. To join the principal of the senior school on the high table is the principal of the junior school, Alaja Jimo Taibat. You are welcome, ma. I want to recognize our fathers here present. We have professors here in our midst. I want to quickly introduce to you the guest lecturer for today. The guest lecturer for today, who is already seated on the high table, Professor Oluwole Banjo, Vice Chancellor, Tarishola University of Education, Ijagun Jebu-Ode. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize Professor Lasun Badamoshi. You are welcome, sir. I want to recognize Professor Tunde Lawal. You are welcome, sir. I recognize my brother, Gira Muftau Oseni, member of the Merit Award Committee. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today's program is to honor our past principals as stated in the Constitution of Ijebu Muslim College Old Students Association. Just as I've mentioned, today's program is to honor our past principals, and I've seen one of the former principals of this school. In fact, he was the former principal of Ijebu Muslim College Junior School, Alhaji Kazim. You are welcome, sir. Okay, I've just been told, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Alhaji Kazim, sir, you are to be on the high table. A round of applause for him once again. Okay, I've just been told that one of the former principals who serve in the acting capacity is equally here. It is on that note I want to as well invite you to the high table. Malam Rufai to the high table. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize our invited schools with their teachers. Probably if I have their names, I know I have Muslim Girls High School. Muslim Girls High School, can you just wave your hands wherever you are? You are welcome. God bless you for coming. I want to use that to recognize the teacher in charge of that school, Muslim Girls High School, Mr. Adeniyi O.A. You are welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Also, we are still expecting Adiola Odutola College. We are expecting Muslim Comprehensive High School. Muslim Comprehensive High School, can you wave me wherever you are? Thank you, you are welcome. Okay. Also, we are expecting Ijebu-Ode Grammar School on the list of invited schools. Anglican Girls Grammar School, we are still expecting that school, and I'm very sure they will surely be here. I want to recognize members of staff of Ijebu Muslim College, both junior and senior schools. You are all welcome to 2023 IMCOSA annual lecture. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, I want to adhere strictly to the program of events now. And it's on that note, I want to invite to the podium to come and lead us in opening prayer. Bàbá tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n pè láwọn tó kọ́kọ́ dé ń bí. Tó kọ́kọ́ dé bí lénìí. I want to invite Alhaji MT Ajimotokan of set 71 to lead us in prayer. Opening prayer, sir. A round of applause for him.
Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Please, let's stand up so that we recite this surah. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Wallahu Akbar, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Oh Almighty Allah, we thank Thee for bringing us here successfully. As we are doing the program, be with us, Allah. Guide us, give us good health, and let us continue to be proud of Ijebu Muslim College. Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. Ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. 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 Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu alal mursalin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmatan innaka antal wahhab. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzabannar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu alal mursalin. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Sallu ala Nabi Kareem.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to crave your indulgence. Let's quickly be all standing for the national anthem and the school anthem. Thank you. The national anthem. 1, 2, go. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. The school anthem, please. Under Lagos Benin Road, stands a Jebu Muslim college, a great folder cocksure, a great gem of our times. Muslim college, Muslim college, Muslim college, we held of school. Thank you. You may be seated. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize the host alumni here, Brigadier Balogun, for making it to 2023 IMCOSA annual lecture. Ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn dáadáa. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on the program of events, I want to move to the President's welcome remarks. And to do that, he is a man who has retired but not tired, the National President of IMCOSA, Major General Kamarudin Abiodun Role. A round of applause for him as he comes to the podium. You are welcome, sir.
Our guest lecturer today, Professor Banjo, our chairman, and my brother, Raji Fetuga, the VP1s, VP2, immediate past president, our honorees, the past principals that are here. When the National Secretary was introducing everybody, he almost got into my web, but he quickly made up for it by recognizing the oldest alumnus in this hall today. And at the time they were in the military, I was still a student in Muslim college. But by the time we got out and we met them in the field, they had laid some good foundation with which some of us followed. Some of them include Major General Tunde Adebanjo. We also have quite a number of alumni of Ijebu Muslim College who are in the military. We have Brigadier General Quadri, and quite a number of them. Today's event marks another day in fulfilling our statutory activity for the year. Inviting Professor Banjo to come and give us the lecture today was deliberate. And the decision was taken on IMCOSA Day, because we said we shouldn't have one of us, a prominent personnel, and then we will not involve you in the progress and development of our alma mater. It's a fortuitous coincidence, and we thank God for that, that you became the Vice Chancellor of Taisho University of Education. We'll continue to give you all the support. And the symbiotic relationship between Ijebu Muslim College and TASWED is one in which, please don't hesitate to call on any of us. In any of your activity, you can be sure we'll be there to give you all the support. And secondly, it is also deliberate to project you to these younger ones that students who passed through Ijebu Muslim College have risen to greater heights. You've been hearing them saying Professor Lasso, Professor Tunde Lawal, Giwa, and a lot of ours who are prominent businessmen and women. So these lectures are designed to motivate you, the students, so that you have something to look forward to in future. I can see some people still walking up and down there. Can you please get seated? Please get seated. What we will always emphasize to you is that all of us started out the way you are. But with determination, with focus, with good mentoring, good guidance, good discipline, most of us got to where we are. And because we got to where we are, we feel confident to come back, to come and share all the wisdom with you. National Secretary, can you please stop the movement? Just hold on first. So, the lecture that is going to be delivered today is targeted at you, the student, as to how you can look forward to the future. It's on this note I want to thank Professor Banjo immensely for accepting to deliver this lecture. And we hope as you deliver the lecture, it will seep into the psyche of these students whom we look forward to in the next 20-something years will also be seated the way you are, to also do the same thing for those that are coming behind them. So on this note, I want to say thank you very much. The chairman, thank you very much. I will also thank each and every one of the alumnus members that are here today. It's the support you're giving that is making the activities of IMCOSA to get eased out. On this note, I want to say thank you very much, and please enjoy the lecture.
Thank you very much, sir, the National President IMCOSA. Ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn dáadáa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, still on the program of events, item number 4 now, inauguration of the Merit Award Committee, already done. I want to quickly move to introduction of the chairman, and to do that, I'm just too small to introduce the chairman of today's occasion. I want to call on the National Vice President too, who is also the chairman of Organizing Committee 2023 Annual Lecture, to introduce the chairman of today's occasion and also our guest lecturer. I invite to the podium Asiwaju Taiwo Adeniji. A round of applause for him.
Thank you, Mr. the Honorary General Secretary. Good morning, all of us in this hall. Please allow me to stand on established protocol. It is my responsibility to introduce our chairman of today's occasion. He is no other than Prince Benga Fetuga, a proud prince of Ijebu Ode. Prince Fetuga was born to the Fetuga family of Ijebu Ode. His father was late Yekini Fetuga, and his mother Yabo Bilikis Fetuga from Ilugun in Abeokuta. Prince Fetuga is a chartered accountant. He attended the University of Lagos, where he got his BSc honors in accounting and also a master's degree in business administration from the Imo State University. He is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, and Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITA. He is also a member of the Nigeria Institute of Management. Prince Fetuga had worked both in the private sector as well as in the public sector. He started in the private sector, where he worked with a firm of chartered accountants to train for his professional accounting qualification, and then joined Afro-Continental Nigeria Limited, agricultural produce merchants, to learn the trade. After working for several years in the private sector, Prince Fetuga decided to join the public sector and join the Accountant General's office as a chief accountant. That is the Federal Accountant General's office as chief accountant. He worked in various ministries in the service of the federal government of Nigeria and rose to become a federal director in 2010 when he was posted to the Ministry of Defense as the Director of Finance and Accounts. He thereafter moved to the Federal Ministry of Power and then Federal Ministry of Labor in 2016 before he voluntarily retired from the Federal Civil Service in December of 2016. Having served his fatherland at these very high levels, Prince Fetuga again returned to the private sector and started his own company, Rich Life Global Concept Limited, which he registered with the Lagos State government as a contractor in the mass housing program. Further to his interest in the hospitality industry, Prince Fetuga started his hotel business, which led to the establishment of Divan Crest Hotel Limited, operating in Lagos and Ijebu-Ode, and which has contributed significantly in promoting tourism in Ijebu-Ode and its environs. Prince Fetuga is a member of several social clubs, including the Ijebu-Ode Club, Island Club Lagos, Ikoyi Club Lagos, as well as Country Club Lagos. Prince Fetuga is happily married with lovely children. And ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our chairman, my very good friend, Prince Benga Fetuga. I think we probably missed it in the program, but we will want the chairman to give us short remarks. Mr. Chairman.
The president of IMCOSA, the vice president here present, other ESCO members also present, and other members of IMCOSA here today. Our distinguished lecturer, I greet you. You are welcome, Professor Oluwole Banjo. IMCOSA is a strong all-student body that always carries out its activities with so much zeal. As a matter of fact, I told a few friends of mine who are old boys of other schools that, including me, that we might have to contact IMCOSA to use them as a case study. Because they know how to organize themselves to the development of the school. When it comes to the issue of old students, there's IMCOSA and there are others. I've always admired the way IMCOSA have been able to mobilize its members to come together and give back to their old school. We all know that the school alone cannot maintain the school's infrastructure, hence the need for them to rally around. I was privileged to attend the last IMCOSA day, and I was amazed at the number of old students that attended. Not only that, awards were given to deserving sets for their contribution to the infrastructural development of their school. This is an incentive to do more. Not only are they interested in the infrastructural development of the school, they are also interested in the welfare of the current students, and I'm sure this is why we are here today. In fact, the students are very lucky to have had the caliber of our lecturer for today, who is not only a professor, but also a whole vice chancellor. Thank you so much, Prof, for finding time to come and honor this association today. I will therefore appeal to the students to pay attention to the lecturer so that we can all learn from the presentation. Whatever you learn here today, I'm sure will be useful to you either now or in future. I would like to thank the executive members of IMCOSA and the IMCOSA members generally for giving me the opportunity to chair this occasion today. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, the chairman of today's occasion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, introduction of the guest lecturer, and to do that is the chairman organizing committee to introduce the guest lecturer of today. Ashwaju Taiwo Adeneji, sir. A round of applause for him.
Thank you once more, Honorable Secretary. And I again appeal that I be allowed to stand on the established protocol. I have the honor to introduce our guest lecturer today. As our national president remarked in his short speech, we deliberately want our guest lecturers to be old students of Ijebu Muslim College, because we want them to be inspiration for our existing students. And in that tradition, I will say we probably couldn't have a more inspirational person than our guest lecturer of today. And our guest lecturer is none other than Professor Oluwole Banjo, a distinguished and highly decorated academician, a proud old student of Ijebu Muslim College, Ijebu Ode, and the current Vice Chancellor of the Tai Solarin University of Education, Ijagun, Tasuet. Professor Banjo was born to the family of Alhaji Ayola Banjo of Oru, Ijebu, Ogun State. He attended Ijebu Muslim College, Ijebu Ode, after which he bagged the Bachelor of Agriculture Animal Production at the Ogun State University, now Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agowe. That was in 1987. He also obtained a Master of Science in Animal Science in 1989, Master of Personal Psychology in 1999, and Doctor of Philosophy in Wildlife and Ecotourism Management in 2004, all from the University of Ibadan in Oyo State. Professor Banjo began his career as an academic in 1990 as lecturer 2 at the former Tai Solarin College of Education, and continued as a lecturer when the then College of Education was transformed to a university in 2005. He rose progressively in his career as a distinguished academic and was promoted to the rank of professor in the year 2012. Professor Banjo is the 5th substantive and the 2nd indigenous Vice Chancellor of Tai Solarin University of Education, and he has held numerous administrative responsibilities as a staff of the former Tai Shulari College of Education, as well as in the university. Some of these numerous responsibilities include acting Vice Chancellor from November 2020 to 2022, Deputy Vice Chancellor from 2018 to 2020, Dean College of Vocational and Technology Education, Dean College of Science and Information Technology, Acting Head Department of Agricultural Production and Management, as well as member of various boards and committees, including member of the Senate of Tai Sholari University of Education, member of the University Development Committee, as well as member of the Committee of Deans and Directors. Professor Banjo has also served serving as external examiner to various institutions in and outside Nigeria. He is a consulting editor for several institutional journals, such as the National Institute for Educational Planning and Administration, NIEPA, Jimma University, Ethiopia. Professor Banjo has over 60 publications in learned journals, chapters in books, published books, and conference proceedings. He has attended more than 20 conferences and seminars, both internationally and locally. He has supervised several postgraduate and undergraduate projects and has served as external assessor in several institutions. Professor Banjo is a specialist in wildlife resource conservation and ecotourism management. He is a fellow of many professional bodies, such as Wildlife Society of Nigeria, Agricultural Society of Nigeria, Association of Applied Information Management Professionals, and Distinguished Fellow of Institute of Security of Nigeria. Professor Oluwole Banjo is a devoted Muslim, and he is happily married with children. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome again with rapturous applause our guest lecturer for today, Professor Sikiru Lai Oluwole Banjo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please note that this session is being streamed live on YouTube. It's being streamed live on YouTube. So you can right now send the link to all alumni you know that are in diaspora or even in Nigeria now. Because as this event is going on, it's being streamed live on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I'm so happy today that I will not want to jump any protocol. I want to fully observe the protocol by starting from the chairman of today's occasion, Prince Benga Fetuga. Thank you very much for coming. The national president, Major General Abiodun Role, retired. The immediate past national president, Engineer Kayode Shote. The national vice president, Alhaji Olawale Salami. The past principals of Ijebu Muslim College here present. The current principals of senior secondary and junior secondary schools of this great college and all their staff. All members of IMCOSA here present. Members of invited schools, students of Ijebu Muslim College, up school. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that I'm very happy to be here this afternoon, not because of any other reason. I want to vividly let us recollect during the last IMCOSA day, the national president and my senior, Otumba Taiwo Adeniji, approached me that, yes, I'm going to give the next IMCOSA lecture, but I quickly recognized that Otumba Adeniji realized that, well, my schedule is always very tight, but I promised that, well, senior, I will be present here no matter what. And I, told him that, well, if I'm not be able to come, I will tell the director of academic planning to stand in for me. But I'm very happy that, well, I'm here today to deliver the lecture. Yes. I'm happy to be here because of one major reason. Because there's no way, if you are great today, you have to pay back to the system that made you. Ijebu Muslim College made me because I realized that in 1976, I was one of the students in Form 1 here. And I want to tell you that Otumba Adeniji happens, to be my senior. While he was in Form 5, I was in Form 1. And we cohabited in one hostel, one room, room 2, at that place. I don't know, maybe the place is still existing or not. But yes, he was my senior then. I'm very gentle, and I know he was very brilliant while in school. So he approached me, and I said, well, if people like Major General Role and Otumba Adeniji can be doing this to Muslim College, who am I to say no that I will not come today? I want to thank all alumni of this great institution for the wonderful job they have been doing. Because I want to say this. If you get to Ministry of Education in Abeokuta, they always talk about Muslim College. They talk about the Old Students Association, that we are the best in Ogun State. And I want to assure you that I've moved around the country, and I want to say it is not even the best in Ogun State. It is one of the best in Nigeria. Yes. So I want to thank everybody, and that is the reason that, I want to be here, and I want to encourage these little ones to be like Major General Role, to be like Otumba Adeniji, to be like me, to be like Giwa Musa Hussein, and many others that are here, like Engineer Shote. And if you want to be like them, you must start from this stage. You take your studies very, very, important, so that you can be a professor like myself. In order not to waste much time, I think the topic of today is, prepared, and the lecture is prepared for you students to know that if you start very well, definitely you will end well. So, they tell us that a journey of 1,000 miles, starts with a step. And you must be very careful about taking that step. Because if you take a wrong step, it might bar you from, reaching that destination, or it may prolong that journey of getting to that destination. Or if the step is strong at the beginning, you might not even get to that destination. And that is why counseling and guidance is very important at this your stage. I know the teachers involved in counseling, in your counseling unit, they might have been doing a lot of work to counsel, to guide you as per how you can be useful citizens in future. The topic of today is guidelines for career choice and life skill training for a successful future. I would like to start this discourse with the issue of wealth creation that is fast becoming the main focus of the younger generation. Of course, wealth is good and everyone craves for it. It is necessary and it is a necessity, and the world places a lot of premium on it. I want to tell you this. During our own time, we crave for some of these professional courses like medicine, law, engineering, and so on and so forth. But it's unfortunate that nowadays our young ones are not craving for all these things. They are not craving for wealth creation. I don't say there's nothing bad in craving for wealth, but it is better you crave for it and take the right step, not getting through the back door as it is today. And you hear what is going on today amongst our youth. You hear many songs, especially one by this Tenny, that will say, yes, Dangote Olori Meji, I want to be a millionaire. Yes, there's nothing, craving to be a millionaire, but you should take the right step. You take your study very well, you get your degree, then you can do anything you want that is legitimate, and you make it. The reality is that we now live in a deeply materialistic society, and no one can deny these impacts of money. I mean real money. In our society today, it is like money dictates the tune. It determines who rules, who is nominated by political parties, who wins elections, who rules, who gets chieftaincy titles, and who gets the bride, and so on and so forth. The reality of wealth is stunning, definitely, not for the sake of survival and progress. No one can rule out the need for wealth creation, and this need is an enduring one. Unfortunately, a lot of our youth today realize the need of wealth without understanding the meaning, the nature, processes, and skills for wealth creation. Hence, they take to unwholesome, destructive, and ruinous ways and practices to get wealth. Or else, how can we, describe this? An SS1 student taking some of his friend his friend to the bush, kill him, and dismember his body to be sold to an herbalist for, ritual to make money. This thing is getting alarming nowadays in our society. You see youngsters taking girlfriends into the bush, dismembering our body for rituals. During our own time, I don't think this kind of thing is happening. And that is the reason why we must always, check these our young ones, counsel them, and guide them so that they don't go astray. You see now that children are now involved in what we call all these vices, like cybercrime, Yahoo, and some other things that are not very good for a developing society like Nigeria. Sometimes I even heard that there are some women, having association of Yahoo mothers, turning illegitimate to legitimate. It is very sad. Gone are the days when some professions enjoyed premiums over others. Medical doctors, lawyers, engineers, nurses, and even maybe pilots are only professions we knew in our secondary school days. Most brilliant students then will always state, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a lawyer. when asked to state his or her future ambition. No doubt, those professions remain highly prestigious with a lot of prospects, but many students today will respond to the same question by saying, I want to be like Dangote or Tedola and the likes. While an ambition to be rich is good, desiring to do so through the back door is undesirable because it is destructive and dishonorable. It is possible and most honorable to get rich through proper channel, that is, through proper career guidance and appropriate soft skill development. Therefore, this discourse is designed to properly provide guidance, career guidance and life skill developments towards actualizing ideal wealth creation. Like I said the other time, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. And I want to talk about career guidance. Yes, I want to caution our parents with this. Many parents will want his or her ward to study medicine, pharmacy, or engineering course. I want to tell you, it is better you let the child, plan his own life. Let him choose whatever he wants to be. The only thing you are required to do as parents or as teachers is to guide them and counsel them how to get to that level. For instance, I want to take one musician as an example. During the time of Fela Anikulapo Kuti, his parents wanted him to go and study medicine in UK. But when Fela got to UK, he changed that and started studying music. And I want to tell you, Fela is among the best in the world when we are talking about music or entertainment. Yes, because he followed his instinct. He wanted to read music, but the parents said they wanted him to be a doctor. So I want to just caution our parents that, well, just allow your child or your ward to choose for himself. You only need to guide and to direct. And maybe, probably, you pray for that child so that he or she will not derail. Human beings need to have specific careers in order to live independent, sustainable, and fulfilling life. A career is the aggregate of the work life of an individual, covering the period of training, that is the period you are now, certification, when you get your certificate, development, that is when you are working and you are developing yourself, like, attending workshops, attending seminars, using internet to improve yourself instead of using it for cybercrime. And then after that, you now retire. That is the 4 stages of career: the training, the certification, the development while on the job, and retirement. It often begins with choice of appropriate school subjects and acquisition of sound education at secondary school level before proceeding to choosing a discipline at higher institution and pursuing the course of the stage to the stage of certification and induction. Career development covers the following stages. I will just take it one after the other. We have what we call career awareness. That is, the student will think about what he or she wants to be in future. Maybe he wants to be a doctor. Maybe he wants to be a teacher like myself. Maybe he wants to be an engineer. That is what we call career awareness. You think about what you want for yourself and what is good for you. This is the first stage thing to do. You need to be aware of various careers, the personal and academic requirements for the training, the institutions where the training can be acquired, the length of training, the prospects and hazards associated with the careers. This lecture shall discuss some of these as we go on. You also need to know yourself very well. That is, you know your capability and your capacity. If you know that you are not so very vast in mathematics and physics, Don't venture into, reading engineering or the like. This means that you must know your ability, your interest, your aptitude, and cost implication of the course. Your ability is indicated in your academic performance over the years. Use this to determine the subjects you can easily pass and the ones you need to study harder to achieve your ambition. Your interest also matters, and it is what you like enjoying doing. Think about it very well, as you are a specific person, always liking to interact with nature, play with objects, embark on inquiries, and willing to withstand tough and challenging situations. That is abilities and qualities you must possess before you can venture into reading science courses. Or you are an enterprising person, willing to sell, socialize, or woo people to buy your ideas or products. That is the attribute for people that want to go to commercial, career. Or you are an artistic person, exploring nature, appreciating beauty, and loving adventures. That means you are good to go for art subjects. Aptitude. It is what you are capable of doing or learning. Ask yourself, can I do or learn to do this? It is much better when you know what you can do very well. Your school counselor can help you to explore this further. We also have career preparation and exploration. Next to this is to begin to prepare for the career. Start by choosing, studying, and passing the right school subjects, sciences, commercial, or arts. Then exploration by trying to know details about the career through studying, questioning, excursion, and volunteering. Even going to the internet to seek for knowledge is not left out. Instead of using that to do Yahoo Yahoo, you can use that to know more about the career you want to pursue. Then we have what we call career development. Career development starts from schooling, that is training. Next is to enroll and pursue the discipline in a prestigious institution, giving it all it takes to succeed. Graduating with good grades, obtaining the certificates, internship, induction, and mentoring. Further development on getting to the job could be done through practical experiences. That is, I've told you about on-the-job training. That is, while you are doing the job, you get more experience as you are practicing some of the rudiments in the profession. Giving it all it takes to succeed. Graduating with good grades, obtaining the certificate, internship, induction, and mentoring. Further development on getting to the job could be done through practical experiences, workshops, seminar, and other exposures. We will now look at some of major careers and the subjects combination required. That is, if you want to do medicine, what are the subjects you are to offer while you are in secondary school? If you want to do nursing, if you want to do law, and so on and so forth. Then career in sciences. This one is, graduated into two. We have basic and physical sciences. Then the second one is technology-based discipline. Basic and physical sciences. We have medicine, we have pharmacy, we have nursing, we have health informatics, physiology, physiotherapy, optics, etc. Then under science and technology-based courses, we have engineering, maybe civil or electrical. We have construction, we have electronics, we have telecommunication, we have petroleum, we have aeronautic, computer, ICT, software, hardware, coding, programming, technology, surveying, etc. Then under basic requirements, academic and personal qualities. That is, even if you have what it takes, that is, you pass all the subjects that you can use to acquire your ambition, you still have some personal qualities. That is, one of them is being hardworking. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, you have to be hardworking. And at the same time, you have to be perseverance. you must endure. Yoruba will say, "Entoma je oyinu apata ni, kò ní wẹnu àké." So you have to study well. It's not easy to be like the principal. If she tells you what she has passed through, you know that it is not easy. So that is why you have, and you need some other qualities apart from passing your exams. You have to be hardworking. You have to persevere. Yes. To make a successful career in the sciences, students will need to possess excellent grades, at least 5 of the following subjects. The first one is English language, followed by mathematics. And I want to tell you, students, that virtually now, there's no course that you may want to do that we now need mathematics and English, with credits at all level in any university. Even if you want to read law, they will still ask you for mathematics. But I don't know of some other universities, but most of the universities in the southern Nigeria, even if you want to read English, they will still ask you, at least you must have passed in mathematics. So these subjects that I want to mention are very important for you if you want to study science, and you must have at least 5 out of them. English language, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, further mathematics, technical drawing, agricultural science, animal husbandry, geography, civic education. In addition, you also need the following personal qualities. Like I said, you must have self-confidence, empathy, you must be diligent, you must be focused, you must have problem-solving skills, you must be committed, you must persevere, that is, perseverance and inquisitiveness, and so on. That is, you must always ask questions all the time if you are not clear with anything. That is how to be a successful student. That is how to be a good student in school. If you are not clear with anything, don't just close your book and go home, or close your book and go to the hostel. Ask questions from your teacher and from any other person that you know that can teach you. Careers in commercial and social sciences. Some of the major careers for those in commercial and social sciences are banking and finance, insurance, marketing, accounting, management, entrepreneurship, business administration, etc., etc. Like we have for sciences, we also have basic requirements, we also have academics and personal qualities. To make a successful career in commercial and social sciences, students will need to possess excellent grades in at least 5 of the following subjects. The first one is English. Like I told you, you must have both English and mathematics at credit level. Then we have English, mathematics, biology, economics, government, history, commerce, technical drawing, geography, civic education. In addition, you also need the following personal qualities. Some of the necessary personal qualities are self-confidence, enterprising, diligence, social problem-solving skill, sound communication skill, commitment, perseverance, inclusiveness, and so on. Yes, I want to reiterate that communication skill is even very important, because I don't know how you can make it if you don't know how to communicate very well. Even if you go to school of deaf and dumb, they know how to communicate. Yes. It's just that the communication is non-verbal, but they use some other things like twinkling of the eye, using hands and fingers to demonstrate. So there's no course you want to study that communication skill is not important. It's very, very important. Ability to hear very well, ability to respond, and ability to ask questions. These are one of the qualities that you must possess if you want to read courses in commercial. Then we also have careers in arts and humanities. The following are some of the major careers in arts. We have law, we have media, we have mass communication, broadcasting. And like other ones, these also have academics and personal qualities. To make a successful career in the commercial and social sciences, students will need to possess excellent grades in at least 5 of the following subjects: English language, mathematics, I think the both are compulsory for virtually all courses. Literature in English, if you want to read law, there's no way, or you want to study English, if you don't have credit in English literature, you will not be admitted. And you should know that I'm saying this because I'm at the helms of AFIA, giving admissions to students. And before I just drop this mic, I just want to say it before I go on, that any student of this school, that is Muslim College, that wants to come to my school, you are free to come and I'm willing to take you. Yes. If you score 150 in JAM, I will take you. And I want to say that my school is not only for education courses, like some people used to believe. We have BSc anything, we have BA, if you want, we have MSc, we have, no. We have BSc Ed, MSc Ed, we have BA, we have BSc, pure sciences, pure arts. So you should not say that, education on Shimbe. Just let them come. And I want to tell you, in terms of morals, yes, my school is in for that. We are going to teach them morals. Because I'm still going to that in this lecture. Anything you do in life, if you are not morally upright, I don't think you can succeed. Yes, and that is what we are taught while we are in school here. And I can still remember, this hall was not as beautiful as this then, but anything that held, anybody that held in that time will be brought to this place and the person will be punished. So to tell you that you can't run away from being punished if you do something that is bad in this school. And that is why you see Muslim college products, soaring higher in any facets of life. Yes, I can tell you that. Be it teaching, be it engineering, be it medicine, be it anything, you see them on top. And that is because we don't take moral, instruction, with levity. So that is that for arts. Then we also have general careers like, if you want to go to Navy, if you want to go to Nigerian Army like my president, so those are, general courses, but you know that you must pass very well before you can, go to that field too. Gone are the days when they normally take illiterates to be in the force. But now we have doctors, we even have professors in Nigerian Army. Because Nigerian, can you tell me, sir, Nigerian Military Academy or something? Yes, Defense Academy. It's just like a, university. So if you go there, you can come out, aside from being a military officer, you can come out to be a BSc holder in computer science, a BSc holder in medicine, and so on and so forth. So we have general courses like that, and like Air Force, Navy, entertainment, clergy. You can even, Imanu Alarode, something in Ibadan. I think it's a clergy school, and they obtain BSc and BA. I think it is BA in theology. So you can now see that there's no profession at all that you want to go that you will not come to school. So that is why it is very important for you, to be good students. Take your studies very, very important so that you can be great in future. Then aside from coming to school to learn maybe chemistry, biology, home economics, physics, there are some life skills and moral development, training too that you are supposed to undergo. And like I said, you can't rule out morals, and I will tell you why that is so important. Another major requirement for success in today's world is adequate possession of social attributes and skill, technically called soft skill. These attributes are easily and they are individuals. To be great people in life, they constitute the effective domain in taxonomy of education. Most of these skills are acquired at home, and individuals develop them through personal devotion and deliberate efforts. You must make conscious efforts to acquire and develop these life skills if you wish to succeed in life. One of them is diligence. This means to be calculated and organized, to do things at the right time, to do right things at the right time, and in the most appropriate manner. People who are diligent hardly make silly mistakes. Because I want to tell you, if you do things at the right time and you are doing the right thing, you will hardly make mistakes. And that is why, if you want to be successful in life, aside from coming to school to learn biology or chemistry, you must also have these life, skills, to buttress what you have learned in school. Because if you hardly made mistakes, that means you will do things rightly and at the right time. And if you do things rightly at the right time, there's a possibility that you are going to make it. If you are doing that during your study, you will pass all your exams. Then we also have what we call teamwork spirit. I want to use a football tournament as an example for you, because I know that many of you watch football on TV. For any team to be successful, there must be what we call teamwork. You can't take ball from the center and you alone want to go and score. You must pass that ball to some other people that will, help you in scoring the goal. That is why team spirit is always good in whatever, thing you are doing. And this is very, very important when you get yourself, maybe you are working in an organization, you must be, be a kind of person that relates very well, and you must not be selfish if you want to attain or to gain organizational, goal. Ability to relate, interact, and work with others in a way that your roles complement and facilitate the overall success is a great asset that everyone must strive to have in the contemporary world. Many works are interrelated, and individuals must be prepared to play their own roles in a way that is facilitatory instead of impeding the works of others. Start to develop teamwork spirit now. Communication skill. I think I've mentioned that there's nothing in this world that you want to do that you don't need to communicate, either by writing or by verbal. Communication is important in all human societies. Sound communication skill can be a great asset. Try and develop your communication skill. Ability to listen attentively, speak audibly and coherently, read fluently, write legibly, and understand all forms of non-verbal communications. A lot of people make their futures and fortune through the use of sound communication skills. Yes, I want to talk about this non-verbal communication. I remember vividly when I was a little boy. During that time, you can follow your father or your mother to go and greet people in your neighborhood. So this Sunday, I went with my mother, and they prepared, during that time, little children, we love rice and stew. So they prepared rice and stew for the children in the house that we went to greet them. So they now call me, Wale, come and take your portion. My mother just blinked her eyes like this. I quickly realized that if I should take that rice, when we get home, I'm in soup. Yes. So this to tell you that all this non-verbal communication also, you need it when you are working. Even you need it as students. At times your teacher will blink his or her eyes like this. You know that he's telling you to stop maybe what you are doing. At times, he will just do like this, telling you maybe you should quickly do something or you should go and bring something. So all these communication skills, you have to develop them very well while you are still youth and while you are still studying. That is that for communication skills. Then we also have interpersonal relationship and networking skills. I want to reiterate this. This one is very, very important as students, because by the time you graduate or by the time you leave this school, maybe you are going to higher school, you need all these interpersonal skills. You want to relate with some of your mates. And this is what is really helping us in Muslim college. some of our alumni, we don't joke with this interpersonal relationship. We don't joke with networking. It is networking that brought me to this place today. I used to talk to Otumba almost every week. Even when he was in, was it Botswana, sir? Yes, we talked. That is how networking is. If you network very well, you will not have any problem. If you want anything from any alumnus or even from the president, you can just take your phone and call, and that problem will be solved instantly. I want to give you one instance also. While I was the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the National Commandant, was in my school for his master's. So one of my friends, my mates in this Muslim college, just told me one day that, Ore, they posted my child to Zamfara. And that was the era of this Boko Haram, He now told me that I want her to come back to Lagos or your state. I said, well, that is no problem. I just picked my phone. I called that commandant. You know what he told me? I said, Prof, consider it done. So quickly, I just told my friend to send me all the details, and he sent the details. I posted it into the commandant, and the lady was posted to Lagos. That shows you how important interpersonal relationship and networking skills are very important, even while you are developing, while you are still, acquiring to be something in life, so that you don't leave your, mates, you don't leave your teachers, because you might still need them in future. That is the importance of, networking skill, and I want you to develop that while you are still in school, so that it will be part and parcel of you, and it will be helpful when you grow up. Then you also have emotional intelligence. That is, you control your temper at times, then you feel for others. You don't see somebody crying and you start laughing. You feel for them that, what can cause this? How can I help this man? How can I help this woman? How can I help this child? How can I help this my friend? That is one of the attributes, to succeed in life. This is another necessary life skill, propelling people to success and wealth. Ability to understand and manage one's emotion and the emotion of others. It is necessary skill for success in the world today. Know when to raise your voice and when to lower it. When to be firm and when to be flexible. Other important soft skills that must be developed in order to achieve success and breakthrough in this world are sound memory of things, an ability to keep accurate and reliable records, efficient development of one's creativity and innovation skills, as well as the ability to recognize opportunities and deploying entrepreneurial skills for self-development and economic emancipation. Then I'll now go to moral qualities. Let me remind you that morality also counts greatly in the success and in the process of achieving success in life. Morality is referred to the principle concerning the distinctions between what is right and what is wrong. There are some moral qualities individuals who wish to succeed in life must possess. And I urge you to have them because they will help you to navigate the journey of life with ease and comfort. Some of the universally adopted moral qualities are empathy. This is the ability and willingness to feel for others and be there for them when the need arises. This is telling you that even if you become great in life, don't forget your alma mater. Help your mates. Don't forget your teachers. Remember them always, because they are the one that made you. Aside the Almighty God, they are the next. Integrity. Build a brand for yourself. Let people know and define you with good qualities, such as a sense of responsibility, truthfulness, humility, and trust. This indeed is a great asset in life. Then honesty. Honesty is very important. Be honest in all dealings. Say the truth and stand by it. relate with others with sincere mind, and determined to achieve success through honest dealings. Don't crave for wealth going through the back door. Go for legitimate. Go for law-abiding, businesses, so that people will relate with you as somebody that is useful in the society, that is very upright in the society. Another attribute is bravery, that is, you must be brave. It is necessary to be strong, confident, and brave. Brave people, they have to take action, and they often achieve breakthroughs by their strong wills. Be brave. Remember, cowards die many times before their time. You must be obedient, not only at school, but at home and at your place of work. Obedience is what we call law-abiding. Obey simple rules and respect constituted authorities. People who break the law subject themselves to humiliation and obstruct their own progress. Fairness and justice. Be fair in all what you do. Yes, that is also a very important attribute that you must inculcate while you are still young. And you just take this even up to when you are to be in the grave. Always try to be fair and just to all manners of people, irrespective of their social backgrounds, gender, race, color, or religion. Always respect the rights and dignity of others. Be just with yourself and let your conscience stand for justice. It will give you peace of mind and high sense of fulfillment. Then I now want to talk about wealth creation skills. It's another thing to acquire knowledge in schools. It's another thing to create wealth. Wealth creation skills. This is the issue I want to talk about now. And because it is the current things in the country, or maybe in the whole world. As observed earlier in the introduction, a lot of you today are more concerned about wealth than career. And it has become a reality that we cannot shy away from. It is now a case of putting the horn before the bull. Many of them crave for wealth without thinking of the work to do to get wealth. Hence, we would like to state that wealth creation skills are necessary, but they can only work if we learn to follow the right procedure. These are the procedure. To acquire wealth, you need to have the right frame of mind and follow the following procedure. One is education. It is very important. No matter how you are, no matter how great you are in Nigeria or in the world, you must be educated. Yes, even if it is just, even if you stop at the first degree, it's something. Before you can be great, you must have that, education. It is very, very important. Because some of you now, this slogan is now, education is scam. I want to tell you, they are telling you lies. Education is the key. It's the real thing. If you don't go to school and get certificated, you are nowhere in this country, I want to tell you, and elsewhere in the world. So education is very important, and it is one of the procedure, for wealth creation. The first thing to do is to acquire sound education, especially at the primary and secondary school level. Seize the opportunity you have now to lay a good foundation for yourself. Commit yourself to your studies. Attend school and classes regularly. Listen to your teachers and be active in class. Learn good study techniques. Use them effectively and learn the right examination skills in order to achieve success in your final examinations. Education is the backdrop of success. Education is not a scam. Check the profiles of those saying that, and you will see that they acquire education certificates before misleading others. Don't let them mislead you. education is not a scam. Career. You build a career before you can be wealthy. Yes, it is one of the procedures in creating wealth. Start thinking about the right career for you. Use the information provided earlier to choose a career and begin to explore it. Determine to pursue a career and thrive on it. It is the surest way to economic independence, reliability, wealth, and enduring comfort. Then your character must also be good. That was why I was talking about moral, I think at the center of this lecture. Good behavior and understanding moral qualities are necessary for anyone who intends to succeed in life. Learn to develop simple etiquettes, including honesty, humility, perseverance, empathy, trustworthiness. Let people know you with good qualities. Wealth. This is possible with right frame of mind and possession of 1 to 3. That is career, education, and character. In addition, the following wealth creation skills must be developed. The first one is proper valuing of oneself. Evaluate yourself. Do not underestimate your abilities or capabilities and the values of your skill or products. Recognize and develop your potential and personal endowment. If you are good at doing anything, just recognize it, and develop on it. Commercialize your skill. For example, writing skill, speaking skills. That is why you see some of these people, Alashe Odua, all these broadcasters and presenters on radio and TV. They are developing their skill and they have already developed it to make money. So if you can just recognize this in you, start to pursue them. If you know that you have good writing skill, you can continue on that, and then you see that later in life you make it by writing. Or if it is singing, you can develop that too. You can be Wasiu Ayinde, or you can be Sunny Ade. Those are some of the careers that can create wealth for you. Embark on legitimate businesses, physical or e-commerce. Improve your skill set through training and continuous education. Choose a good role model. Yes, I want to say it. We have some garage boys that are very wealthy. Don't take those ones as your role model. Take Dangote. Take Otumba Taiwo Adeniji. Take Major General Rule. Take your teachers, as role model, not garage boys that are wealthy. Because at the end of the day, you will see that they have nothing to show for it. People will still refer to them as somebody that is not upright. Acquire new and high-paying skills, e.g. programming, robotics, AI, software development, etc. Be open to new ideas, creativity, and innovation. In conclusion, I want to say this. The main thrust of this discourse, that is this lecture, is career guidance, life skill development, and wealth creation. The goal was to correct some misconceptions and misinformation drifting the youth into unwholesome practices like Yahoo, cybercrime, ritual killing, etc. By creating awareness on career guidance and the need to develop simple life skills, which at the long run will give them legitimate wealth and success in life. I therefore hope that a careful consideration of the issues discussed in this paper will go a long way in assisting the youth to remain focused and pursue life success through appropriate means. Thank you very much for your rapt attention. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, students of IMC and invited schools, please keep clapping for the guest lecturer. I vehemently believe that he has done justice to the topic of today, guidelines for career choice and life skills training for his successful future. Thank you very much, students. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank IMCOSA once again for making this choice of guest lecturer. We are too excited. We listen carefully. And I want to tell the students here present that there is a section of questions and answer section of which you will have the opportunity to have the Vice Chancellor of Tai Solarin University of Education, who happens to be our guest lecturer for today. You will be free to ask a question from him based on the topic that he has just delivered. But before we move to the questions and answer section, with the kind permission of the National President and that of the Chairman of today's occasion, I made mention of it earlier that this program is to honor our past principals and also to enlighten our young students. It is on that note that I want to invite to the high table one of our past retired principals who arrived while the program was on, Alhaji M.A. Salau, former principal, Ijebu Muslim College Senior School, to the high table. Thank you. You are welcome. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, still on the dignitaries to occupy the high table, I want to as well invite to the high table former national president of IMCOSA, Alhaji Korede Lawal, to the high table. Thank you for making it, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to join them on the high table is a woman, a dedicated woman, a member of Board of Trustees, Ijebu Muslim College, Old Students Association, Alhaja Oreshegun Fausat, to the high table. Member Board of Trustees, IMCOSA. You are welcome, ma'am. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to as well invite to the high table the representative of Secretary Teaching Service Commission, Pastor Tolulope Olugbeson, to the high table. Representing the Secretary Teaching Service Commission in Ijebu. You are welcome, sir. Still on the list of invited dignitaries, I want to as well invite the Publicity Secretary of Association of Secondary Academic Staff Union of Secondary School, Comrade Ominuga, the Publicity Secretary, to the high table. You are welcome, sir. Isoleto. You are blessed. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize those who have accompanying the guest lecturer to today's event. I have the registrar, Mr. Dakpo. Okay, I recognize you, sir. A round of applause for him. God bless you, sir. Also, I have the bossa, Mr. Kabir Ogumoye. You are welcome, sir. Also, the personal assistants who has been be of help to the VC, Mr. Wale Abiola. You are recognized wherever you are. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, I want us to move to the questions and answer section. Remember that I mentioned it that the focus of IMCOSA is to enlighten our young students. I want to cast your mind back. 2022, our topic was youth education, an avenue to individual and community development. That was our topic last year. This year, you have the topic again, guidelines for career choice and life skills training for a successful future. And I believe that the Vice Chancellor has done justice to it. Students, I want to ask the questions. I hope you listen well to the VC. Did you listen well to the VC? I hope you gain one or two things from him. Okay. I want to as well tell you, and it deserves a round of applause, that he is an old student, a member of Set 76. The old student of this school. Let me quickly tell you that as an anchor, I equally gain additional information today, because I believe that TASUED is always University of Education, but he has told us that there are other courses that are available. You have gotten a direct information today, not the one that you read inside the brochure now. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if you have your questions, please signify. The AGS will go to you. The mic will be given to you, and you ask your question. Students, signify. If you have questions, please feel free to come forward to come and ask your question. Thank you. Please come forward. I can see you raising your hand. That girl in the hijab. Yes. A round of applause for her as she comes forward.
Good morning, sirs and ma'ams. I want to ask more about science.
Go ahead.
Science or medicine.
Okay, your question is noted. Professor will answer you. Thank you. A round of applause for her. Please tell us your name, your class, and go straight to your question. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, my ladies students. My name is Adele Abdulmalik. I'm from Jebu Muslim College, SS2A Science. First of all, I want to thank Professor Oluwole Banjo for giving us a beautiful and impressive lecture on career guidelines. But, sir, I want to ask a question. When we are discussing about stages in career development, you mentioned about career awareness, but in that aspect, I want you to enlighten more about to us. Like, can't there be an organization or body in the secondary schools who can help students to enlighten more about their careers? Also, when you talk about the career guidelines, you said parents should allow children to choose their career, but some parents claims that they know more than us and believe that we should do anything they ask us to do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. More questions? please ask your question. Please come forward and ask your question. Yeah, I can see somebody from Muslim Comprehensive. A round of applause for him too.
Good morning, stars and Mars. My name is Yan Domnino. I'm from Muslim Comprehensive High School. I want to ask a question that, why is it that it's only the rich that enjoy our institution, education, and not the less privileged?
Noted, thank you. Do we still have more questions? Yes. Yes, come forward, please. Thank you. Muslim girls now, Abi? Yes.
Good morning, sir and Mars. My name is Oshoele Aminot. I am from Muslim Girls. I want to ask the cut of mark for entering TASWED.
Thank you. I like the girl. Yes. A very good question. Who fetted a water sweat? Everyone pate off from dada.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, my fellow students. I want to ask that which course appear in JAM of opportunity career that can make someone to pass in JAM? Which course is most? It must be important in commercial department.
Okay, thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want us to stop there now for now. I want to return the microphone now to the Vice Chancellor of the First University of Education in Nigeria to answer some of the questions. A round of applause for him as I hand over the microphone.
Well, thank you very much. The first student asked about science and medicine. Well, maybe I should help you to, ask the question. Maybe you want to know, if you want to read science, how you can go about it. And if you want to read medicine, how you can go about it. Well, I gave you the list of, subjects that you can take in secondary school. If you want to go to, for sciences, we have you must have 5 credits. Maybe in English and maths, physics, chemistry, biology, agricultural science, animal husbandry, and the like. If you want to read medicine, first, you must have credit pass in mathematics, English, physics, chemistry, biology, and maybe any other science subject like agricultural science. Because medicine is basically, going around that 3 major subjects. That is physics, chemistry, and biology. I think I've answered your question. Then the second one is about career guidance. I think the student is asking, how can we go about it? And I want to believe that in every school in Nigeria, there's a unit for guidance and counseling. And we have personnel, in those units. Because in my school, we have a department of guidance and counseling, and we graduate a lot of, students. And I believe if they are employed for teaching, those are the areas they should be helpful. They should be in that unit, they take you, all along about developing your career. If you want to read medicine like that student is asking, they will be the one to tell you how you can go about it. If you want to go for law, they are the one to tell you. And I want to believe that in a Muslim college here, and I think in a Muslim Girls High School, you must have guidance and counseling unit. And I believe I think I've answered that question. The other guy asked about rich people having a quality education. Well, I don't want to totally believe that, because during our own time, I don't think there's so much disparity between the children of the rich and the children of the downtrodden. During our own time, if Otumba could vividly, remember, there was one of our seniors that, his father is was a commissioner then. I think the name was Femi Oshegun Braimo. The commissioner for agriculture then was Femi Braimo. So that's to tell you that there's no much disparity. There are so many, influential people that, their children are here. And people like myself, my father is just a common, what can I call it? Common petty trader. And we were here together, learning. And I don't want to mention, there's one of us here too, that the father was so rich, and we relate, to each other very well. Up till now, we are still relating. And that is, the importance of networking. So I don't want to believe that, even if you are saying because some rich people will take their awards to private universities, you can come to Taswed. If your parents are not so rich, you can come to my school and you'll be paying 100,000 instead of paying 1 million or 1.5 at Babcock. Yes. Then the fourth one is about entering Taswed. Well, if you score if you score as low as 140, I think I can still take you. So far you wrote the JAMB exam, then you still come to register. You do post-UTME screening. So if you pass that, no way, you will enter. And I want to assure you that immediately I notice that you are from Muslim College, you will be my ward. Yes. I'll be taking care of you. Yes. Then I think the last, the girl was not clear enough, but I think she wanted to know about reading any course in commercial. I've listed the courses, the subjects that you can offer in the secondary school, like economics, commerce, accounting, and so on and so forth. English and maths, very important. So if you want to go for commercial, maybe you want to read accounting, you want to read business administration, entrepreneurship, you must have 5 credits at O level, including English and maths, commerce, accounting, economics, etc. Thank you very much. I want to wish you well. You'll be great like most of us here, inshallah. Thank you very much. Yes. Somebody has a question about parents choosing career for their children. Well, I want to reiterate this here. It is better you let the children to follow their instinct. And I gave an example of Fela Anikulapo Kuti. He was to go to UK to read medicine, and he turned out to read music. And, he was so successful in that career. Maybe if he had, read medicine, maybe nobody will hear his name. He may be practicing in Ajegunle, and people in Ketu will not know him. But look at Fela, he was known all over the world. He was a legend in his choosing career. So if your parents are telling you that you must read medicine at all costs, and you know that your capacity cannot carry, that particular course, you let them know. If it is only agricultural science you want, you go for it, and you'll be successful. It's not only medical doctors that are successful. How many medical doctors are president in Nigeria, governors? There are few. So I just want you to follow your instinct. Anything you feel like you want to do and you can do it very well, follow it and let your parents, know that. So I think that is that. Then you can even go to your counselor in the school. He will be able to help you. He can even, go as far as. Well, I will try as much as possible and let the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education they will post one to your place. Yes, I want to assure you of that. Yeah, thank you very much. I think I've answered all the questions. Yes.
Thank you, sir. A round of applause for Vice Chancellor Tarisho and University of Education. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sure that Professor Oluwole Banjo has dedicated today for us because there are people that still want to ask questions. I think I'm seeing some parents there. Yes, ma, you can come forward, ma. Thank you, ma.
Good afternoon, everyone. My own is not sort of a question, but I want to suggest and beg the IMCOSAs that this type of lecture should be a bit wider. That is, inviting some parents. Like the question that the boy asked. You see, some of us that are in the education line, you see a student that is good in arts, the parents will say, I want him to do medicine. I want him to go and do science, physics, chemistry, and biology. By the time he gets there, he will not do well. In some cases, you find the students repeating the class because the ability cannot carry that. Now, that is one. Two, many parents will come to us and said, I want this boy to do, to be a lawyer, and now he's in science class. I don't want him. There's nothing we can do but to obey the parents. So if the parents and students, because some of them actually don't know where they are going to. I was happy when you said we are going to help to send a counselor to this school. It's not only this school. In 80% of schools in Ogun State, they don't have counselor. The students are not advised to what that can help them in future to know where they are going to. Many of them will just say, my friend is doing this, let me join. And my parents said, I should go and do this, I don't even know what to do. You see some of us dancing to the tune because the parents will tell you, I'm the one that put this child in school, I want him to do this. So if counselors are made available to the schools, that will help the students to go to the line, at least with some of the educated parents, to the line of which we help them to do better in life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, one more question from the principal of the. Okay, please come forward. Thank you.
Okay, off school. Thank you, Professor and distinguished guests on the item and everyone here present. My name is Ibrahim Adeleke, President Set 99. Well, somebody was asking about career guidance and counseling. I found myself bursting into tears uncontrollably. Why? I discovered that I was in the state of that young guy while I was on this high school then. I was so confused. And that made me make a terrible mistake going to study agriculture. I was in science class. So you can imagine spending almost 7 years studying agriculture in Nigeria. And unfortunately, after getting my bearing, I have to switch career, which I now study guidance and counseling in your school, sir, even on a part-time basis, because I was actually getting my fittings. Now, where I'm going is this. I could infer that there are still many confused young chaps around about choice of career. I appreciate your commitment, sir, my prof, to speak with the PAMSEC to deploy a counselor here. I think we should go beyond that to see how we can make case, like an advocacy, that guidance and counselors should be restored back into our secondary schools. You know, I think government actually thought they were just there and they were earning salary and not doing anything. I stand to say it is not correct. So, sir, IMCOSA body and all of us. So let's begin to see how we can even come up with resolution from this gathering as a advocacy to the government. Thank you so much. God bless you.
The last question from the principal here.
It is not really a question. I want to join hands with Mrs. Ohayaba to build with IMCOSA to please invite parents, because what that boy is saying actually happened to me. My first son came to this school. After his GS3 exam, he did well, and I insisted he must go for medicine. But what I'm going to tell my students is, if you are very sure of yourself, if you have self-confidence, you will be able to convince your parents. And my son said no, he's not going to science class. He's going to commercial class. He likes accounting. He mentioned one of his father's friends, who is a chartered accountant, and he said he likes that is his mentor, that's what. And he said, Mommy, she doctor ni goloban lowo ni. Oni isha ni doctor ni. He was able to convince me. I came here, I put him in science class, and he ran back to commercial class. Today, he's a certified ACCA holder, CFA holder, and he's doing wonderfully well in the field of accounting. So, students, you need to be sure of yourself. You need to have your self-confidence, have your self-esteem. You should be able to convince your parents. Know more about the course you want to study, and tell them why you want to study that course. They are not in your shoe. You own your life. You know what you want. I used to tell you, just have a mentor. Put that mirror in your front like this, and very soon you will find yourself in that shoe. So don't be confused. If you know what you want, go and study more about it, and when your parents want some other things, you should be able to convince him. My son that convinced me then was just about 12-year-old. He stood his ground. He said, I came here, I put him in science. He ran back to commercial class. So once you know what you want, nobody will be able to convince you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, let me just round it up. I think the principal has said it all. Yes, I think the whole thing, centered on having a counselor in our secondary schools. And I promise here that, well, when I get home, I will still make 1 or 2 calls, and I believe I will let them know that it is very important they post specialists in guidance and counseling to all schools, And I want to even reiterate here that, during the lecture I mentioned that you should have role model. Yes. If you have role model and you can tell your parents that, look at Dr. So. He's doing well and he read Yoruba. And I understand, and I know that your parents will want to. They will let you follow your instinct. Because as the principal said, I have that kind of experience too. My daughter, at all costs, wanted to read the BSc nursing. And during the JAM exam, I think the results came and she scored 264 or something. And nursing is too competitive, even more than medicine. So they wanted to, admit about 70 of them in OOU then. So the vice chancellor was, it's my good friend, and I went to him. He now told me, you know the rules. I can't take your daughter because she scores 260 something. We have several people that scored 300, and we are still unable to admit them. So the only course that I can give is biology. I say, no. I would rather let her go home and rewrite JAM. But later, I went to the admission, and somebody just told me that she can as well go for pharmacology. But even as at that, she still complained that, no, Daddy, I don't want to do pharmacology. I said, just get there first, and after that, you write JAM. I want to tell you, at 300 level, she left OU to go and do BSc nursing. And she's now there, and by next year, it's 5-year course, she will graduate. So it's better you let your ward or your children, follow their instinct. And you will see that later in life, you have cause to glorify God. Rather than telling the child, you must be a lawyer. what of if he or she is a lawyer and is a charge and bail lawyer? Will you be happy? So parents, please let your children follow their instinct, and you see that with your prayer and with your guidance, you see that they will excel. Thank you very much, and I will not renege on my promise. I will still meet with the former commissioner. Was my predecessor in Taswed, and I believe he's still going back to be the commissioner, but because right now it's the SA to the governor on education. So even if he has not, gotten that appointment again, I will just tell the PS, those PS. I know you should know many of them. Mrs. Oguneye, and that man. So I will tell them, and I think they will do something about it for all secondary school, in Djibouti, but Muslim College first. Thank you very much.
I think I like that word, Muslim College first. Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with the express permission of the national president, please, I quickly want to pass this in for announcement. The soft copy of the guest lecturer paper is on the platform for those who could not lay their hands on the hard copy. That's number one. Number two is that the newly inaugurated Merit Award Committee to wait after this program for their inaugural meeting. Also, I want to recognize NEC members who are present here, in particular the National Treasurer, Mr. Kemi Sulaiman. A round of applause for him. That's the National Treasurer. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to move to presentation of awards now, and to anchor that segment is the Chairman Organizing Committee, the National Vice President too, Asiwaju Taiwo Adeneji. A round of applause for him once again.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary. And I thank all our special guests as well as important guests and all the students. I think we can all agree that it has been a very, very interesting, educative, informative, and inspiring lecture today. And we thank our guest lecturer. Another round of applause for our guest lecturer. And we thank our chairman as well. A round of applause for our chairman. As a token of appreciation to our chairman and our guest lecturer, we will be presenting appreciation plaques for both of them. And first to our chairman, and to help present this appreciation to our chairman is our former national president, Alhaji Lawal, to please come and present this plaque to our to our chairman of today's occasion.
The distinguished men and ladies on the high table, our guest lecturer for this occasion, all students, our students, my task at this moment is to appreciate our chairman for this occasion, who has made it a duty and a sort of support for us at this particular event. And on behalf of Ijebu Muslim College All Student Association, this appreciation award is hereby being presented to Prince Gbenga Fetuga, FCCA. That's a fellow of Institute of Chartered Accountants. So that's another very lovely and noble profession for you students. Our chairman, Prince Gbenga Fetuga, has reached the epic of that profession. And that's when you hear fellow, that's the highest in that profession. For being our chairman for this occasion, Prince Gbenga is the chairman, the Evan Crest Group, Ikeja, Lagos. Chairman, IMCOSA Annual Lecture 2023, dated this day, 2nd July 2023.
Thank you, Alhaji Korede Lawal, one of our past presidents. And we also want to give a token of our appreciation to our guest lecturer for sparing his time, preparing the lecture and delivering the lecture in a captivating manner to all the audience at today's annual lecture. And to help us present the plaque to him is a member of the Board of Trustees of Ijebu Muslim College. We call her Auntie Forsat Oreshegun.
On behalf of the President, members of the executive of the Muslim College Youth Students Association, the old students and the present students and our visitors, you know, there are some members from Comprehensive High School and so on. Actually, at this time, for taking time to come to us at this, with this present 700 per liter and the time schedule, we appreciate you. And I thank you so much because presently with the current curriculum in schools, which is confusing, and some of these students, they don't really know where they belong. We really appreciate your efforts. God will continue to bless you and enrich you, your knowledge. So on behalf of the old students, we want to, on behalf of Ijebu Muslim College, Old Student Association, in appreciation award presented to Professor Oluwole Banjo, the guest lecturer for IMCOSA Annual Lecture 2023. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Prof.
Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed presentation of awards. Falls to the chairman of the occasion, Prince Gbenga Fetuga. And the plaque was presented by the former national president, Alhaji Korede Lawal. Also, presentation of award was also given to the guest lecturer, And this was presented by Alaja Fausat Oreshegun, member, Board of Trustees. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to move to closing prayer now. And to lead us in closing prayer, I want to invite Giwa Muftau Osini to lead us in closing prayer. A round of applause for him. Yes, Giwa Muftau Osini, he is a member of Set 76, and that is the set of the guest lecturer of today. A round of applause for him once again. The president of the set.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I'm sure that let me take this opportunity to welcome one of my, he came after me, Alhaji Babatunde Gazal, the chairman of the Ijebu local government. That's him seated.
Thank you very much. Please, honor has to be given to those who deserve it. I invite the High Table, the Executive Chairman, Ijebu, the local government, Alhaji Babatunde Emilola Gazal. Thank you, sir. A round of applause for him. Now, closing prayer.
Though I have been called upon to offer the closing prayer, but I would give it to the chairman of the local government so that he can play a role here today. Chairman, oh yeah, come and play a role here. You are supposed to play a role. Oh yeah, closing prayer.
Sallu ala Nabil Kareem. Permit me to say this. On my way, I told somebody in the car that if I were not the chairman, I would have been the master of ceremony at this event. Unfortunately, the duties that I have, and I think thanks to IMCOSA, thanks to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a pleasure to have this. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give these kids the knowledge that will be positively useful to the society. We pray Allah to make all that they will have learned today useful to them. And I pray that Allah in His infinite mercies, who has given us the grace to be here, Allah will see us back to our various destinations safely. Most likely we have sang one of the school songs. I'm sure we sang Amdawa Shukran. But there's nothing wrong in singing Kule Sheifani Ilalahu Bahaki Kule Sheifani Ilalahu Bahaki Ahadu Ahadu Samadu La 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 yamutu abada 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 La yamutu abada Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadi Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadi Salli ala Salli ala Muhammadi Salli ala Salli ala Muhammadi wassalatu wassala ala Muhammadi wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammad. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Wallahu la ilaha illa hu alimul ghaibi wasyahadati wa rabban rahim. Wallahu la ilaha illa hu al-malik al-qudus as-salam al-mumin al-mu'min al-aziz al-jabbar al-mutakabbir. Subhanallahi amma yushrikun. Walau khaliqul bari musawwir lahu al-asmaul husna. Yusabbihu lahu ma fi samawati wal ardi wa huwa al-azizul hakim. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina wa akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu ala alladhina min qablina. Rabbana wa la tu'amalna ma la taqata lana bi wa'fu 'anna waghfir lana warhamna anta maulana fansurna 'alal qaumil kafirin. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wassalamu alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Sallu ala nabiyil karim.
Thank you, sir. Please, as directed, members of the Merit Award Committee to please wait behind. Thank you.
الحمد لله الواحد الآحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد رفع السماء بلا أمد وسطع الأرض سطعا عريضا على الماء وخلق المخلوقات ولم ينس أحدا. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Sauti gbé táyé tí mo sọgbọ́n. Ají arẹwà tó ń kọrin ẹ̀mí. Àwàdà mi mọ́ níwọ̀n àtẹ̀rín. Iṣẹ́ ò jẹ́ kéré ó bá àsìkò mi. Kì í jẹun púpọ̀ nítorí. Bóúnjẹ bá kọ yóò pa ìròrí. Orun ń dín làákà èkó ni. Orun mi mọ́ níwọ̀n nígbà tó jẹ́. Research lọ́sàn-án lórúkọ òní jẹ́. Ọba tó fún mi lóye àtọ̀gbọ́n Sauti. Ọlọ́run tó fún mi lóye àtọ̀gbọ́n. Ó fún mi nítorí ìwúlò kan ni. Mi ò rórí ro nípa àṣẹ̀dá. Ohun tó dá ni mo ń ṣe ròrí. Tafakaru fi khalqillah. Ọlọ́ tafakaru fi sàtìrì. Tó bá yẹ́rọ pẹ̀ láṣẹ ìbá ẹ̀. Omi ló wá pọ̀jù bẹ́ẹ̀ jùlẹ̀ lọ. Ìkan lọ́lọ́run mi fi òkè ṣe. Ó dáhùn tó pọ̀ púpọ̀ táwa ò lè ká. Ọba tó dá wọn ló mú ká wọn. Kò sẹ́yìn tó gbàgbé ń bẹ̀ òun kẹwàá. Ẹni rí kẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó gbàgbé. Ọba tó ń kẹ́ oúnjẹ bí Ọlọ́run. Lémi ṣẹ́gbọ̀n sókè rántí ẹ̀. Wípé Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run mi pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ, ara Ọlọ́run mi pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Nínú iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀ lágbàáyé tó dá. Alámúlí máa láǹkà ìkànnì ìmọ́lẹ̀ ló ti dá wọn. Wà sáyé. Màláìka kì í jẹ èèwọ̀ ni, màláìka kì í mú èèwọ̀ ni, màláìka kì í sùn èèwọ̀ ni, wọn kì í bára wọn sùn èèwọ̀ ni, wọn kì í ṣe lọ́rùn ọba wọn. Ìjọsìn ni wọ́n ń ṣe fọba wọn, àsìkiri ni wọ́n ń ṣe fọba wọn, ọpẹ́ dídá ni wọ́n ń ṣe fọba wọn. Àwọn màláìka kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìjókòó, kò sóhun méjì tán ṣe jà fọmọ. Àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ìdúró, tán kábàárà fọba ìlàyé. Ó ń bẹ nínú màláìka tó jẹ́ pé ìrùkù ló wà òní. Ó ń bẹ nínú màláìka tó jẹ́ pé orísun júdù ní wà òní. Oníṣirí rẹ̀ sókè láéláé, ó sóhun méjì tán ṣe jà fọmọ. Ẹ̀dá àwọn màláìka wọn kì í kú, tó bá ti jẹ́ kì í yá mọ́ òlejò. Táwọn màláìka bá lè ṣàfọmọ́ Allah, táwọn màláìka bá lè ṣàfọmọ́, kí ló fẹ́ mú mi máa lórúkọ ẹ̀dá? Allahu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah. Alámúyèjì ni ayé kan ní. Alámúyèjì ni ayé kan ní. Ìyẹn lágbàáyé àwọn àlejò ní. Iná lọ́rùn ní fi ṣẹ̀dá, ẹ̀dá tó rọrùn dáhùn ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Àwọn máa ń jẹ wọ́n mú ní tiwọn, àlùjọ máa ń sùn ní tiwọn, wọ́n sì ń bára wọn lò wọ́n bí mi. Àlùjọ kẹrí ẹ̀yìn àbàmì ni. Olórí mẹ́fà ń bẹ ẹni, olójú mẹ́jọ ń bẹ ẹni, ọlọ́wọ́ mẹ́wàá ń bẹ ẹni, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ méjìlá ń bẹ ẹni, aláwọ̀ mẹ́rìnlá ń bẹ ẹni. Apá kan sì lọ́rùn ọba, kìfìrí sì ń bẹ nínú ọ̀tọ̀rin apá tí wọ́n kì í sí lọ́rùn ọba. Ẹ̀dá ẹlẹ́yìn gígùn ní tiwọn, èyí tó bá kéré ju tó ṣan. Ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún ló lò kó tó kù, wọn kì í sábà ń bọ̀ tó ṣan. Wọ́n ń dàgbà dógbò ní ìbẹ̀ láyé. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì mẹ́ta kan tó kù, ẹgbẹ̀rún márùn-ún mẹ́fà kan tó kù. Àlùjọ̀nù tẹ́rí ẹ̀wọ̀n jẹjẹ, àwọn tó ń sin lọ́hùn ọba. Sálámù sálámù ní tiwọn. Sálámù sálámù ní tiwọn. Kùránì ní láhàmúlá.
Hello, if you have forgotten your glasses, someone has forgotten his glasses. Please see the secretariat to correct. Someone has forgotten his glasses. Please see the secretariat to correct. Thank you.
Alámùtọ́ ire ayé kan ní. Bébà alámùtọ́ ire ayé kan ní. Tó ń pè lágbàáyé àwọn ẹyẹ. Ògbóhùn tó bá ti níyẹ ẹyẹ ni. Ẹyẹ oníyẹ tó lẹ ẹyẹ ni. Agbára ká fòkú pọ̀ fún wọn.
Distinguished members of the Merit Award Committee, your attention is needed on the high table now. Your attention is needed on the high table now. All members of the Merit Award Committee, your attention is needed on the high table now. Thanks.
Ẹyẹ lọ́tàn sọ ẹ̀fẹ̀ kọ́, ìkànnà la fi máa gbà ẹyẹ, ẹnu ẹyẹ la fi máa gbà ẹyẹ, yóò kún yóò sì tún mú bí abẹ, ẹyẹ tẹnu ẹ bá kún yóò pẹyẹ, ẹyẹ ẹgbẹ́ ẹni ó jẹ́ fi sanra, ọmọ ẹran tó balẹ̀ yóò rí pa, àwọn ẹyẹ tí ó lẹ́nu rẹpẹtẹ, nínú àwọn táwọn ń pè lẹ́yẹ oko, àwọn náà ń jẹ ewé jẹ kòkòrò, ẹyẹ ń bára wọn lò wọ́n ń bímọ, wọ́n ń gunra wọn wọ́n ń yẹ ẹ̀yìn pamọ́, ẹ̀yin tẹ́yẹ yìí sílẹ̀ kó tó dọmọ, tó bá jẹyẹ tó jẹ kó gidi, ọjọ́ méje ni ó lò ló pọmọ, ọjọ́ mẹ́rìnlá ló pẹ́ jù fún gbogbo wọn, wọ́n á mẹ́sẹ̀ lílẹ̀ ìjọ àbí wọn, kò lè fò lójú kan wọn á dúró, wọ́n á fò tí agbára bàdé tán, àwọn ẹyẹ ìsìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Allah, iye tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ ń ṣàfọmọ́, tó ń tó rọ́bà ní tiwọn, kò sẹ́jọ́ fún wọn lọ́rùn kan fẹ́ jẹ, ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ ṣàlẹ̀ yẹn ó dá gbogbo wọn, bó ti ń kẹ́sì wọn pọ̀ àtàfọmọ́, bẹ́mi lẹ́sàn tí wọ́n bá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń gbéga. Allah ṣe bẹ́mi lẹ́sàn. mẹ́sàn-án tí ń gbà ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń gbéga. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Àmì ọlọ́run tún tẹ̀ síwájú. Alámúná bàtà tẹ̀ máa kalọ̀. Yẹn lágbàáyé irú mi tí ó jẹ́ pé àwọn oúnjẹ wọn mú ní tiwọn. Oúnjẹ tilẹ̀ bá jẹ́ tó bá yọ. Ìtàkùn náà ní ó gbé fún gímù. Atẹ́gùn ṣàlèwé jẹ́ ní tiwọn. Àǹfààní oorun bẹ́ẹ̀ tán jẹ́ kó. Photosynthesis lédè òyìnbó. Wọ́n máa ń lájọṣepọ̀ wọn bí wọn. Igi lákọ̀ wọn sí ìtúlábò. Ewé lákọ̀ wọn sí ìtúlábò. Tó bá ti yá ewé abo tó wakọ̀. Yóò yóò dòdò tí ó sì máa wẹ̀yẹ. Ẹyẹ bá balẹ̀ tó bá fò tó balẹ̀. Òdòdó ara ewé yẹn ó ti gbé. Ó ní sẹ́mẹ̀ lédè òyìnbó. Ẹyẹ tó bá dé bá lọ́ba sórí akọ. Yóò yẹ ewé mi tí ó jọmọ. Afẹ́fẹ́ lè gbé ewé pàdé ra wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kó bá jẹ ewé kó tó jábọ̀. Tó kúrò tún jẹ ewé kó tó jákọ̀. Ewé abímọ látara ẹran. Gbogbo gíyìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Gbogbo igi yìí lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Ewé tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ ìṣàfọmọ. Takùn yìí lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Tó bá dọ́jọ́ kì í yá mọ́ òun lẹ́jọ́. Ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ṣà ni wọ́n dá gbogbo. Ewé báyìí lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Kí ló fẹ́ mú mi máa gbórúkọ ẹ̀dá? Ẹ̀bá Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Ìṣàwọ̀ rẹ̀ pọ̀ a ò lè ká. Ọlọ́run ìṣàwọ̀ rẹ̀ pọ̀ a ò lè ká. Inú ayé la lórílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo. Wọ́n kún wọn sọ́nà mẹ́fà lágbàáyé. Kọ́ńtínẹ́ǹtì lédè òyìnbó. Asia continent lápapọ̀. 50 lórílẹ̀-èdè tán ni.
Yes.
We are just rounding up, or we just handed up a very interesting, illuminating, entertaining IMCOSA 2023 annual lecture. I hope you have all followed us on this program. It was a very educative lecture delivered by the Vice Chancellor of the Tai Solarin University of Education, Professor Oluwole Banjo. It was very well attended by the students whose the lecture is for, but also by many members of IMCOSA as well as students from invited schools. The lecture was well taken. We had very engaging questions after the lecture, and we have just rounded up the program. We thank all of you that have joined us online for this lecture. I understand that the lecture recording will be available. We will provide you with information of how to get the lecture recording for those who are not able to join us. So we thank you very much, and inshallah we will all be participants at the next annual lecture of the IMCOSA. Thank you very much.
We can connect to the same channel link. It's going to be there.
Oh, that's in